Two tools. Two tools. Two tools. No clue!
Welcome to the Two Tools, No Clue podcast. I'm Anna,
And I'm Jeidan.
and on today's mini-sode,
Mini but great, we are going to talk about data centers and dark energy.
no!
Sci-fi or a modern nightmare. I would typically say we have no clue, but let me tell you folks, I have a clue, and I'm pissed about that clue, but we're going to find out together.
So fasten your tool belts, folks. God. I knew Jay told me about the dark energy just like a tad. And
I've been trying to warn her,
so I knew today was going to be a hard episode for both of us. So I decided to put on my squash the patriarchy hat.
Yay. That is very necessary.
I'm in full uniform.
She's wearing black. For those who are just listening, she's already mourning the knowledge that she is going to gain today.
That is true. I didn't even try to do that.
So, how we got here. In last week's episode, we talked about solar energy
Go listen to it if you haven't yet.
and the benefits it has for the average homeowner and the overall existence of the world. Today, we're going to be diving into an industry that is using up natural water supplies in areas already inflicted with drought. They are taking over residential zones and hiding in our forests and deserts. And finally, we will wrap things up with how the hell they are getting away with it. That's right, folks. We're talking about data centers.
Boo. Bad tomato.
So they use an incredibly terrifying amount of water and energy resources. The same sources our communities need and deserve access to, literally to survive. I also am going to state now that I am absolutely going to freak out in this episode, and I apologize in advance for how many times I swear. Sorry, Mama.
I feel like it's warranted, and I don't even know the information.
It was hard. And I had to watch it over and over and over again to make sure that I was now relaying facts correctly to you guys, and it was hard. It was draining, and it was very difficult. But again, like I said, it's definitely something that we need to talk about.
Yeah, thanks for doing that.
Anytime, folks. I'm here to yell always. So I already knew that data centers are horrible for the environment, and I had a little knowledge on how they also affect humans living nearby. What I didn't know was how actually, pardon my French, how fucked up it is. Like, on every single level, how fucked up it is. From them building it, from the legislation that is literally not even a thing to stop them, all of it. It is actually heartbreaking. I think the most heartbreaking part was the water sources.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, there's evil people. There's evil people. And when I'm talking about dark energy in this episode, I know everybody is literally thinking of the outer space. That's not what I'm referring to. It's siphoning off rivers and droughted areas. It's an insane amount of electricity that is used in a year for all these places. That's why they deem it dark energy, basically because it's sketchy as hell how they're getting all of these resources.
Oh, okay. Because what is it? Is in space dark matter?
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah,
That is
way
not
different.
what we're talking
We
about.
are just talking about shady ass things in the energy world.
So it's like
It's a coin term, basically, that people who have been researching.
it's like the
this-
dark web.
Yes, dark energy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so obviously, in my opinion, I think you already know how I feel about it. I think it has really nothing for us to gain from it. I don't think anything good really will come of it because it's just a lack of care on these companies' parts for humanity, not just for the money in their pocket or the money that that is lost in communities because of these data center promises that don't happen.
Right.
Data centers, by the way, side note, usually come into rural communities who already are scarce for sources. They don't have much power when it comes to legislation, especially against big companies, and they don't know what they're up against. Small town problems. It's terrifying to think about because we live in a small town. We live in a rural small town, and it could easily be swayed by evil people.
Yeah.
Just for
Especially-
sheer promises of jobs that don't
Mhm.
come, by the way, guys, jobs that do not come. Okay. They would average saying, oh, there'll be ups of hundreds of thousands of employment opportunities. In the majority of most data centers, there's like the most about like 25 people that work in that building.
And they're huge.
They're here, and it's not buildings. It's literally like epicenters is what
Yeah.
it reminded me of when they were showing me some of the footage. And you guys will see it during this episode because I think it's really important. So, Anna, when you think of data
Oh my
centers,
God.
what do you think of?
So I was actually just going to say this, but what I think of is I forget what class and what grade. It was in college. That's all I know.
Mhm.
So I guess no grade. But
Higher education.
we watched, oh, you know what it was? It was eco psychology.
I believe that. Okay.
We watched a documentary that was about factories in China and how people sit there and do
hmm
one task
Yep.
all for 12 hours a day. And the beginning of that documentary, I can't remember what it's called. It starts off, the beginning credits of
Yeah.
something.
Yep.
How like there's usually something going on in the background that doesn't really have anything to do. Like it's
Mhm.
just like
Yeah.
scenery. This one was they were inside this warehouse
Mhm.
factory building. They went from one side of the building to the other side of the building, just a slow pan
Mhm.
going by people doing one job again and again
Mhm.
and again. It took like 5 minutes.
Wow.
And that's what I think of when I think of data centers is just the mass size of these
Yeah.
fuckers.
It's insane how big they are. It's like almost terrifying.
Yeah.
Because if you do come across some of these centers, like you don't actually realize what you're coming across. And often, like, yeah, there'll be a large outfacing like building that is large and in charge, but typically the rest of it is behind it.
Mm.
And they do a really good job of hiding it from people. And so like that's really interesting.
Yeah.
That reminds me of the first Amazon warehouse that came to near my hometown. Not my hometown, I was born in Scotland, but when I talk about my hometown, I guess it's where I went to school in Windsor, Connecticut, in Bloomfield, Connecticut. It's like right on the border of us. An Amazon center was built, and it went from like this huge, beautiful, like this field, random
Mhm.
fields, to a wall.
Yeah.
We used to be able to go up, like see across yonder, and you could see my brother's school in the distance. Now it was just a wall, and you would have to go all the way. And my brother's school was far away. Like it was a very large field, but it's crazy. Like when you look at Google Maps now compared to what it was when I was growing up, it's a whole different place.
Gross.
Just because of one company, Amazon,
Boo.
and it's like a mile long, and they were impressed by that. And yes, that is a warehouse, so it did in fact bring a lot of jobs to our
Mhm.
area. But these things don't. Like they're just full of computers to save things like AI everything.
Trash.
So that's honestly a good thing to think of. Large and definitely in charge. I think of the amount of water.
Mm.
I don't know where it was, but like a few years ago, I've read something about data centers and the amount of water that it used. And I have not stopped thinking about it since. Like every time someone says a data center, every time someone says AI, I'm literally like, water loss, water loss, water loss. That's it. That's
Yeah.
the only thing that comes to my mind.
Seriously.
So I'm going to start off with a direct quote from the short documentary called Exposing the Dark Side of America's AI
Dental services.
Dental service.
Can you imagine an AI dental service? That'd be terrifying.
Terrifying. No.
Terrifying. What is wrong with us?
Okay.
We both work today, okay? Leave us
I
alone.
literally just got home and I haven't been fed yet.
Yeah, me neither.
So anyway, I'm going to start off with a direct quote from the short documentary called Exposing the Dark Side of America's AI Data Centers Explosion from Above. And that's what I really liked about this documentary, because the way they had to get all this information was insane. And that's what pissed me off right from the beginning, before I get into the water, is because they literally had everything blacked out. So like they literally just started this is how they found all the data centers in America just to begin with, because it's hard to find them because they don't have to tell us anything. They sell like NDAs and shit like that.
What the fuck?
Yes. Anyway, and I'll get into that part in a little bit, but what I wanted
How
to
do you
say just
hide
right
a ginormous building?
exactly. We'll find out. Don't worry. I'll tell you. Sometimes they don't hide them either, but that's fine. But they made it basically so that there's no information out there about them, where they're located, how many there are. These people literally found generator contracts because AI data centers, especially, need a certain amount of power that if they showed up, they would be found out very quickly because the community closest to them, their power would go out. Like, that's
Wow.
how much energy these motherfuckers are using, and that's not what's pissing me off the most. It's the water that they're using for literally no fucking reason. Okay? Are they drinking it? No, they're not. Are they even producing anything physical from it? No, they are not. It is so fucking frustrating and not okay, because they're taking our water supplies to literally cool down computer systems. That's all it's for, is for HVAC goddamn fucking services. And I'm sorry, that is not okay.
No, that's disgusting.
So
The energy
yes.
part makes me think of in Christmas Vacation when he finally gets the lights up and running and the whole town
Goes out.
and it's
Yes.
like, "Wah, wah, wah." The guy has to
Exactly.
flip the switch.
Yeah, it's actually that's a good movie. So kudos to Business Insider for literally doing the most extensive research on this topic that no one has been able to figure out and
Wow.
get the dirty deets, and they did it so well.
Screenshot
Super
that
impressive.
shit before it goes off the internet.
Yes, because listen, they got nominated for this documentary because of how real it is, and so I really do feel like it will vanish.
Yeah.
So this documentary is where I did gather the majority of my information, and so I like I said, I do recommend that you guys watch it. It's important. It affects us, especially if you live in America. It affects us. They hate us here. If you didn't know that already, doesn't matter who you are, unless you're rich, they hate you. That's it. They don't care about you. So while I read this quote, a map is going to appear, because I think these maps are probably more impactful than me yelling about it, because you guys are used to me yelling about things. But the pictures are necessary. I will show you after I finish the quote. Okay, Anna?
Okay.
So here it is. In many cases, big tech companies have flocked to the desert to take advantage of a string of generous handouts, including tax breaks, affordable land, and cheap electricity. But trying to find out how much water these data centers need has been difficult. A number of these permits companies apply for are what's called a trade secret exemption. But we've been excited to get around 50 records that truly show the granular utility metered water use of some of the largest data centers in the country. Take this example. A Google data center campus in Midlothian, Texas, records show it used 160 million gallons of water in the year 2023.
Just 1 year.
In one fucking year. That wasn't in the quote. That's a side quote. It's a comment. About the same as a small power plant, and this Kyndryl data center outside of Boulder, Colorado, used 84.5 million gallons of water that same year.
Clean, fresh drinking water.
And this is where it honestly gets worse.
They should be using our shit water. Use our sewage
Exactly.
water.
Figure it the fuck out.
Like,
I'm
be
not gonna name names.
resourceful.
Yeah. So, as this map shows, droughts are common here too. In Arizona, water is tightly regulated, whether it comes from the Colorado River or is pumped from the underground near population centers. But each smaller municipality can decide how it uses its water allocation. And in many parts of the state, there's little to stop companies from sinking their own wells. So, what I find extremely infuriating about this, like I'm going to say it so many times, is just the lack of care and humanity that these companies have. So, the map that I was showing you guys, that's the drought levels on the whole western side of our country.
So the map is of the US, and on the right side is just like topography, and on the left side is like this tumorous growth of colors.
And so, what is really alarming in this map as well is Boulder is highlighted on there. That's where there's more than one data center in Colorado, but that's where one of the data centers that they're referencing is. That's like basically the mouth of the Colorado River. So right at the beginning, off the bat, this data center is already taking 160 million gallons out of the Colorado River in 1 year. And the Colorado River, it extends far out west. It extends far enough west to meet Arizona, and a lot of the Midwest, especially the Southwest, rely on the Colorado River for water resource.
Do we know where river water comes from, you guys? It comes from snow, usually, dripping off of mountains.
Yep,
And
Colorado mountains.
guess what we're not getting anymore, guys? Snow.
Yep,
So, we're all gonna fucking die.
yep. And so for people that are listening and not watching, this map is broken down in 3 different colors: moderate or yellow, which there is barely any of, and that's regarding its drought level; severe, which is orange, and there is a hell of a lot of that; and basically that's like Nevada and Arizona and New Mexico. It is an extreme, and it is pink. And you know, it's because of data centers. Why do you think wildfires are happening? These natural water sources are being depleted before they even can start.
And I guess there's also people out there betting on wildfires. Like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
that?
when I found that
That's
out,
a
that was
side
freaking
note,
weird.
though.
So yeah, it's just really infuriating because, you know, data centers are 100% the problem. But it's not stopping them. They are literally taking our drinking water. They are the reason we have droughts. They are the reason the whole fucking country is on fire. And, you know, when I put that piece together, like, they didn't even speak on that. But it's obvious.
Yeah.
It's obvious. They're doing the same thing in California. Look at California. That's terrifying.
That's where all of our food comes from.
Yep,
Fucking
and it's also
California.
where there's a lot of data centers. And what's crazy to me is like, okay, Boulder, you know, I'm sure this data center is thinking like it's cooler in Boulder and we won't need to use as much water. But what's the game in Arizona and places like Texas? I lived in Texas for a
Yeah.
year. I almost died from that heat, okay? It's like 100 freaking degrees outside every goddamn day. Obviously, they're going to be using a lot of water just for basic necessities, never mind cooling structures. And so why, in your right mind, would you go to Texas to open up a data center?
Evil. Because you're evil.
They don't care.
I have a question.
Okay.
When did data centers start?
Data centers have been a thing for a while. We've always needed places to store information. To start, I feel like they were a good idea, but now it's just getting out of hand. Like, Google, for example, sorry, Google, gonna call you out first because it's just an easy one to think about. You know, I'm a part of the problem. I have a Google account that stores my pictures, and you know what, Anna? There's a whole ass data center out there in America that it just stores pictures for people.
Hmm.
And so, you know, I know how they probably think. They're like, well, they need these things. They're doing it to themselves. Like, what do they want? Their pictures saved or water? Guess what, guys? I want fucking water
Yeah,
all
fuck my
day,
pictures.
every
I'm
day.
never gonna look at again.
I don't give a fuck about weird ass pictures from my college days when I literally hated myself anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you can have them. I just want my water. So yeah, it is honestly heartbreaking because all alongside these centers that are hiding in our deserts of Arizona or our forests here in New England or the northwest of our country where there is a lot as well, they have the fucking audacity to also come to our neighborhoods and not only show up to our neighborhoods, but surround neighborhoods where people have bought homes to live in peace
Yeah.
and they can't anymore. So that's going to be my next topic on why I hate data centers. So not only are data centers taking a significant amount of our water, they are also now coming for our sanity and our health. Loudoun County, Virginia. That's crazy to me. That's literally right by our capital. It's crazy, but it's not in the nice part of Virginia. Don't get it twisted.
Of course not, because
But it kind of is too, though. It is and it isn't. It's not where all the rich
no, because
goddamn
it's
senators
probably
are
where the
living.
fucking minorities live, and
Yeah,
they love to come
hardworking
after the
people.
fucking minorities.
So yeah, Loudoun County, Virginia is considered the data center capital of the world. They call it Data Center Valley. Disgusting. Gross.
If you mailed a letter there, would you have to write Data Center Valley?
Maybe, I don't know. You should just start. Call it what it really is. Anyways,
Hell on earth.
hell on earth. So these data centers are surrounding large populations of people and their homes. In the documentary I quoted before, they were able to speak with people that resided near these centers and they shared with them the struggles they have faced since the opening and then continued expansion of these sites. And that's what was just disgusting, honestly. It's really just all around. And it's not just one person, it's not just these companies, it's the government too. The fact that these local governments
Yeah.
are allowing this to happen to their citizens is more than shameful. It's disgusting. And it's why you should take voting at a local level a lot more seriously because that's how this ends up happening. And it started simple with, oh, we don't need this zone to be a residential zone. Nobody's buying it. So we're just going to make it another industrial zone. And people don't think anything of it because there's nobody coming to town. But guess what? There is somebody coming to town. They're just not talking about it because they've signed contracts that say that they don't have to tell anybody what the fuck they're doing.
How is that legal?
They made it so.
How is anything in the past like 15, 20 years legal?
It's not. We're living in a lawless society depending on the, bank figures you have in your bank accounts.
We all just need to riot at this point, guys. Like,
Yeah.
I'm being so for real. You might disagree, but
There's probably enough people that agree.
violence has only solved problems.
So, sorry. One woman said she stopped sleeping. Her anxiety was so high and she could not manage sleeping in the upstairs of her home because the vibrations were so intense. It literally kept her from sleeping at night. It overall depleted her well-being.
That is torture.
Yeah, it is. It's a form of torture. It's crazy to me. But, they're paying a mortgage to have to deal with that.
Wow.
Another family had similar
The data
issues.
center should be paying for their mortgage at that point.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
ridiculous.
It's like, I'll stay, but you can pay for this shit.
Yeah.
You got enough monies, honeys. We
Well,
should
if they
write to
leave,
people.
then
We should write to people in Loudon, Virginia, and tell them that. Like, hey, have you tried to ask them if they'll pay the rent?
if they leave, then it's just
Yeah, they win.
they
They'll
win.
just plow those down and make a bigger
Exactly.
fucking center.
Yeah.
Come on, we know how this works.
Yeah, so the data center should be paying for it.
Yeah, no, I agree, but they won't.
If
So
everyone wrote a letter, they
I
every
think
day.
they would just literally not even read the letter. Like, like who's gonna read the letter? Nobody works.
This
there.
is why we need to riot. If they can storm the fucking Capitol, we can storm these fucking data centers. Like,
But that's the problem. Nobody's
get
at
serious.
these data centers. And the people
Exactly.
that are getting paid jack shit and are
easier
stupid.
to burn them down.
Okay, that is true. Anyway,
Have a little megaphone, say anyone inside, get out, and then throw a what are they called? Mazel tov cocktails.
this got so intense, and it's not even from me. And I was literally raging out right now. This is the biggest rage bait podcast that I have done to date, and Anna is like not doing.
We
well.
need change, folks.
And we're not even halfway through what I'm saying.
What are you talking about? We're at 30 minutes.
Yeah, well, you keep threatening to riot, so I can't. Oh God. Okay. So another family had similar issues. It got so bad for one child that his father ended up moving his entire family into the basement. This kid was
Wow.
having nightmares, and it didn't even fix it. The vibrations were so loud, and he like did an interpretation of the sound when it first started. And he's like, in the summer, it's just like this low hum, and it'll be like, and it doesn't stop, Anna. It literally just goes all
What
day.
is that? Is the computers?
No, it's the like the fans
Oh
and
my
all that stuff. Like it
God.
is their houses are literally vibrating. And that's why they
When
went
you
down in the basement, because they thought that would help.
When you first said that, I thought you meant like the construction of these.
No.
It is just you live there. This is what you deal with.
He said in the wintertime, it literally sounds like someone is trying to rev a truck to get it started. So it'd be like, I would literally kill someone.
God, I can't watch basketball because the chanting
Yeah.
again and again. Defense.
Yeah.
Like I can't. It needs to be muted, or we need to watch something else. I could not fucking deal with that.
It's too much.
I would legitimately go crazy.
So yeah, if you live within 200 meters of a data center, you will hear that humming for the rest of your fucking existence unless you move. Or you get Anna to burn it down for you.
Let's go, folks. Round them up.
You will feel the vibrations, and it will 100% affect your psyche and your overall health. Like, people don't realize mental health is very much connected to your health. If you're not sleeping, your body isn't maintaining itself, never mind recovering and healing. So it ends up being a whole thing. It's not just humming.
Less than 5 hours of sleep is cancerous.
Yeah, Anna told me that one time, and now I get like sleep horror. And like what was like really sad listening to these people is like some of them literally had no idea what was going on at first. Like they kept going to the doctor and be like, I don't know what's wrong with me. And then as they started building
because
more
they couldn't
around them,
sleep, or because they were hearing humming.
a little bit of both. I think they just didn't understand because it wasn't as loud, but then they continued to make more.
Oh,
God. And they showed the building plans of this residential area, and it like started with like one, and like another one on the side, and another one on the side, and then that land got bought. But like what people didn't realize is they couldn't see the data center until that land was rezoned.
wow.
Like they knew it was there, but they still couldn't see it. Like, wasn't in their backyard. Now it is literally in their backyard.
Yeah.
And surrounding it. Like, it reminds me of literally a picture of the residential area reminds me of the peninsula of Florida, and the ocean that surrounds Florida are data centers instead. Like, that's what it reminds me
The
of.
ocean of data centers.
Yes. Here to drown us all.
Literally. In our non-water.
So, you know, you're probably saying to yourself, just like Anna and I are saying, you would probably make a fucking scene. Well, these people did make a scene. They petitioned. They, tried everything. It didn't matter. Nothing happened. The only thing that happened
Oh.
is they put
Oh,
these like
passive
they put
passive
these,
things didn't work.
oh yeah,
Oh,
weird.
sounds like you need violence.
But they put these like muffles on the top of the fans on top of the building.
After the protesting.
Yeah, to try to make it better, and it didn't work. And so then when that didn't work, they like extended the tube. Like, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. Like, oh, maybe if it's higher, it won't affect people. Like, no, I think that just made it louder. Like, I really think it made it worse. And then they just stopped giving. They didn't care.
So they made it worse, and then they were like, sorry.
Yeah, they did. And then they built more.
Wow.
It's not funny. I'm having a hard time with this right now.
I can't wrap my mind around an elected official of a freaking area being like, yeah, screw over my people even more.
It's all
and then
lobbying.
Do it again. And then do it again and again and again.
The thing is, it's all lobbying. And for shit like this is when, like, whatever goddamn senator, all the senators of Virginia and statesmen, whatever the fuck they are, someone's got to be getting paid for this. You know what I mean? To sign this over. And it's not these small town people, right? They're not the ones getting bribed. They're the ones getting threatening freaking calls from the guy above them being like, this will happen and you will not say a goddamn thing about it.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that's how it works. And then these people they're living in a town that is surrounded by AI data centers.
Why can't you say a goddamn thing about it? Because they'll hurt you. You see how violence gets things done? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
So, let's get into the loopholes and lack of regulations these companies are thriving off of. I will start off by calling out the big shots behind LLCs: Microsoft, Meta, Google, Amazon. I'm looking at you, boo-boos, and we are 100,000% not fucking impressed. I think it's crazy.
I need names and addresses.
Oh, you won't find them. They're all blacked out. NDAs.
Who did the documentary? I'll get them on the job.
Business Insider. They did a great job. Yeah, so I honestly think it's some cowardly shit, especially for just for what it is. Like, at the end of the day, you have to think about it. Like, these data centers are holding, like, what? Weird Eye AR, memory storage, and chat goddamn GPT. Use your fucking brains. Why do you need that? You need to write a resume, write a fucking resume. You need to search something on the internet, search it on the internet. Why does AI have to do that for us, guys? Like, that's crazy to me.
I learned literally today that Hank Green uses AI, like Chat GPT, a lot. And I was very disappointed.
I don't get it. I think it's all mindless bullshit, honestly. Facebook got me, but that's really about it. Like, Anna's been trying to get me addicted to TikTok since we met, and I refused. Won't do it. 100%. Like, we even have a TikTok. I haven't been on our TikTok. Anna will show me what she's putting on it before it gets on there. I don't go on TikTok. When it was being, like, threatened about being taken away, I didn't give a fuck. I was laughing at everyone being like, oh no, your TikTok is gonna vanish tomorrow. I don't care. I think it's stupid. And I just think it's literally just keeping us distracted while they're depleting our resources
Yeah.
right in front of us. And then being like, oh, see what they're doing to themselves. Like, that's literally I think that's what they all talk about.
What I don't understand is like they're people too, though. Like as much as
But
you
they
think
don't-
you're gonna
Yeah.
go to Mars, you're trusting Elon Musk who just slammed into the moon for real? I don't think so.
Well, yeah, technically it was his.
Like this is your world too. You're
No,
gonna
yeah.
die alongside of us all, no matter how much money you have.
Yeah, I don't think they really think about it that way. But I think the way they think about it is they can leave.
Leave to where?
So, like for an example, the amount of data centers that are in one county in Virginia is literally the same amount of data centers that are in Russia. Like in a big and Russia doesn't care about their people. Okay, they love data shit. Like,
Are we hearing this?
yeah. You know,
Like, where are you
there's
gonna
data
move to?
centers. Yeah,
The world is dying. It's not just America.
exactly. There was a data center that used the same amount of energy in a year than Poland did as a full ass country. One.
Wow.
And that's the energy factor, okay? And that's limited. You know, these towns, these companies come into towns that have cheap electricity, and then their electricity to the public ends up becoming higher because the amount of electricity that is needed, especially if they are using some of the energy from the public access points. Usually they're forced to do like solar and all this stuff, but that is what they're using the fucking water for. So none of it is good. None of it is fine. We're all gonna die.
How soon do you think we're all gonna die?
I don't know because
10
this shit
years?
stresses me out, honestly. Because even as I'm talking about these loopholes and the lack of regulation, I just keep thinking about the people that are really being affected. And it's these people that are living in already droughted areas. Like, I can't get around that. Why would you go to a water scarce community and start pumping water next door for a bunch of fucking commuters? It doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
it doesn't make any sense.
It literally doesn't. And that's where the evil is.
Do
to
you
me.
think those are the rules and regulations? Like you
There
can't
are
be near the Great Lakes. That's
N-
too much water.
No, I don't think so. There aren't regulations, and that's the problem. You know, half these people don't even have to like ask anybody to pop up shop because they're using their own dark energy sources, you know, and that's how they get away with it too, but it's still affecting communities. And these smaller communities like out in Arizona and you know, even like in the New England area, if you don't have the backing from the correct people, data centers come. You know, all this year, New Hampshire has been fighting data centers. And the only reason they did not come is because our governor supported it. Our governor said no. But
And we also protest, but yes.
yes, but you know
Majority.
what? At the end of the day, we still got that
The main
done.
guy
Okay?
said no.
That's where local and state voting is important. Make these people work for you
Yeah.
because guess what, guys? They do work for us. We voted them in and we should be able to get what we're paying for. These people are crazy to think that they can just get away with this shit at this point. And you know what? But they are because they're distracting us beautifully with AI art. You know, we're literally drowning in that shit. It's so fucking annoying. And meanwhile, like what? They're depleting us of water because once one half of the country runs out of water, guess what? We're all going to have to share the water. That's how that fucking works. Bottled water companies are just going to move and find the water. I don't know. It's crazy to me. So really how this happens is our government creates so many opportunities for these companies to skip environmental regulation research, drill their own wells without permits or regulations, taking from already depleted water systems. And honestly, my list could go fucking on and on and on and on how these government systems are helping the wrong people. And yeah, so that's my rant about data centers.
Thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, and I'm sorry. On behalf of all the data centers, I am so sorry
Don't put
that they
on your
took your
shoulders.
fucking water. Someone has to apologize
Ew.
to these people. And I just think it's crazy because, like, honestly, look at that map, watch the documentary, see all the research that they did right in the bottom of it. If you go on YouTube, that's where the link will be in the show notes for it. You will see all the research they did. And it is alarming at the lengths that they had to go to find it first and foremost. And I'm proud of them for not giving up because you could tell like halfway through this documentary, the woman who was like, you know, the face of this project, like baddie, she's like, and then we figured this out. And I'm like, yes, keep
Get it, girl.
going, keep going. And they did. They very much did. And to live in this day and age, you know, like Anna was saying, is like, yeah, they hurt us if we find out too much. They kill us. They put us in jail. They make it so we're not powerful and then we're not seen and we're not heard anymore. So I think it's important that journalism for the people is still alive. It's not some bullshit cover up nonsense. Like this company, this woman, they went the distance and they didn't care who was going to come for them after the fact.
Yeah.
And it's important because I'll say it one more time. It's our fucking water. It's our water. It's going to be gone. We can't get it back. It evaporates. It does not get recycled. They just one and done that shit. And that's what also fucking annoys the shit out of me.
Even if it did evaporate, our soil is so fucked that it cannot absorb it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So the whole water system is fucked to begin with.
Yeah.
And then put this on top of it.
Yeah.
We are all going to die unless we do something now. Now, like yesterday.
Yeah. So, you know, Arizona, I'm sorry for you. Virginia, you got to burn it down, start over. I'm with Anna.
For real.
Start throwing eggs every goddamn day. Just don't go to work. What are they going to do? Nothing. If you all just don't go to work, they're not going to do a goddamn thing. And guess what? It doesn't matter if you're blue or you're fucking red when you're voting at this point, because this has nothing to do with who the hell our president is or, you know, your weird beliefs on either side. This has to do with your water supplies and your health. And you just need to tell them no. Tell them to get the fuck out.
And I'm obviously promoting violence kind of in a ha-ha kind of way, kind of seriously, but like I'm talking about more action.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be burning the building down, although I still think, but it could be like putting sugar in gasoline, you know? It could be like putting flour, that's what made me think of it, in clogging up these systems, making them shut down. It doesn't have to be crazy.
Yeah.
It just, we got to do something.
And like, just leave the Colorado River alone.
Leave all of the rivers alone.
Just get out of here. What the hell are you doing? It's 100% not necessary. Like, really? For AI art, that's what you want to do? Like, that's the decision? I just think that's crazy to me. Yeah, we're social beings, but like, guys, what the fuck? It's getting weird, okay?
Yeah.
It's getting really weird. It's not necessary. And we're getting to the point where there is no return. And, you know, when you're thirsty, you're thirsty. That's where I'll leave it.
Great job.
Thank you.
Time for the Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah, hopefully you have something fun. It's probably going to be like about haircuts. There's always something fucking weird.
Well,
pluck your ears.
Look at That's hilarious. Unfortunately,
just start
that's not on
making
there.
shit up in there. They'd never fucking know. You guys don't have a Farmer's Almanac at home.
Yeah, honestly, I should throw some weird
Today's
things in
a
there,
good day
test
to send Anna a $1,000 check.
Yeah. That's weird.
Huh.
They named me specifically. Anyway,
gosh.
today is August 20th.
What up, August 20th?
Astronomer Sir Fred Hoyle died 2001.
Fucking kidding me, Anna.
Today is the best day to begin diet to gain weight, straighten hair, go camping, and prune to encourage growth.
Begin diet and gain weight?
To gain weight. Like if you're bulking up.
Oh, okay. That made more sense.
Begin your diet and also gain weight.
I was like, that's misleading. I'll just pick one.
Whichever you're feeling that day.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, watch that documentary. I'm a sad boy now.
It's the least you can do.
I need some water.
Well, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Two Tools No Clue Podcast. You can subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/Two Tools No Clue. And you can email us. Don't email us on this one. You really,
I'm sad.
you don't want to feel the wrath, okay?
I'm sad.
Unless you agree with us. But if you don't, we'll come at you hot and heavy, I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
But you can email us at twotools.no-clue-podcast@gmail.com if you're feeling daring. We love you guys.
Yo, if anybody lives in Virginia, take a picture of your backyard for me and send it. That's the only emails I'll receive.
It's pictures of data centers.
Could you imagine? I would riot for you guys. I would literally show up.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Just tell us when you need us. We will be there.
Literally.
We
Like,
will
this
put the
is like-
signal out. We got people in Japan, yo.
Remember Area 51? But like this is for real.
Yeah.
You know? Like
And
those are the vibes.
They still showed up.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
There were
People
so many
everywhere
people
showed up.
that still showed up. They're like,
But like for this now.
yeah. Like,
And
let's-
for real, like the celebrities who were like, I'm gonna be there. And then were they there? Absolutely not. Like, shut the fuck up and go away.
yeah. And give us our water back.
Yeah. Give us our water back.
All right,
Celebrities who
guys.
had nothing to do with it.
Okay. So Anna and I are clearly traumatized. So we're gonna say goodbye now. And we hope you stay safe out there.
We love you.
And we hope you stay hydrated.
We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Two tools. Two tools. Two tools. No!